Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Michael Kittle Rare Coins. And we have an auction set up for Saturday. Nubs Hunts Treasure says, let's go, with his member for 25 months being a Kittle fan. Whoa, thanks, Nubs. Really appreciate the support. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So tonight, which is Thursday, not Saturday, it's just an auction preview. Mikey, homemade grilled cheeseburgers and fries for dinner night. The Kittle Fan Plus Plus. Thank you very much, Mikey. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so tonight's an auction preview, and you guys know that we try to do this because we want to give everyone a couple days notice that we're doing an auction, and we want to give everybody a chance to put in proxy bids. Again, for this auction, if you want to submit proxy bids for one or more of the items to be executed on your behalf during the auction, please send me an email with your maximum bids by 11 a.m. the morning of the auction on Saturday. Nightbot already put a link into our auction catalog. I'll pin that message just so you guys have that available if you want to go take a look and see what's in this auction. And we'll be going through each of the items in this preview so you can get a close look at them. And so everyone who can't make the auction on Saturday can have a chance to watch back this video and take a look and maybe put in a bid. Remember that in our auctions, all winners get charged shipping of either $5, $10, or $15, depending on what you win, how much you win, and the value. We do try to be as fair as possible. It's either going to be in a bubble mailer for $5, small flat rate for $10, or a larger box for $15. International bidders, of course, got to pay the actual shipping and insurance. Remember, if you got a Kittle Fan Plus channel membership, you always pay half price shipping. And those of you like Mikey with the Kittle Fan Plus Plus channel membership, free shipping. And of course, when you win the auction, you just got to email me your contact information, and then I get back to you with a PayPal invoice. Unless you tell me you don't want to pay by PayPal and you want to do something like Google Pay, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, or something like that. I'm sure we got other ways too. Cash, check, money order. That all works as well. Caveman, how you doing? Amy, Phil the board's in here. I'm sure I didn't say hi to a couple other people like Kyle and Gareth and Sammy. Sammy came in here earlier too. Silent Silver, how you doing? Smashing the like button. Well, thank you very much. So, does anybody want to look at any of the items in particular first, or should we just go through them in order? Anybody have any requests on what to see? Again, the document is right there in the pinned message, our Google document, which you guys can access. And I gotta check one more thing here. We disabled that there. Yes, that looks all good there. Sorry, I had some of the stuff from Nightbot set up from our Coin Club meeting. I had to disable a couple things there. Perfect. How you doing, live coin Q&A? Welcome to the auction preview. So, I guess before I even get in the auction preview, Kittle, where'd you get all these coins and what exactly are we doing here? You know what, Kittle? That is a good question. You know what? That's a great question. Everything in our auction is right here. What this is somebody's collection. And if you look down in the lower corner, this is frame number 24. Apparently somebody in the area had a huge coin collection and they put them all in custom frames. And this was frame number 24. And it was all sold to one of our local coin shops. And I was able to get this frame. I was able to acquire this frame from the shop. The other frames were not made available to me. They were all broken up and sold individually, I guess. And I didn't even get to see them. This is what I got to see. I have no idea how many were in the collection, what was in the collection. I just know that I got this one here. And if we zoom in, you can see what it is it's pre-colonial and colonial coins from Christopher Columbus to King George III. Basically, the frame's a bunch of coins that circulated in America in colonial times. Spanish, English, French. You got some 8 reals, some from the El Cazador shipwreck. Got some other early coins. And then celebrating 200 years of American independence. You got a copy of the Declaration of Independence. You got a few coins from 1776. You got all the coins from 1876 here, including a couple rare ones. 1876 20-cent piece. Those aren't cheap. 1876 trade dollar. 1926 Sesquicentennial commemorative half and the official medal, the so-called dollar. And then you got the 76 bicentennial silvers. And a ticket that lets you get in the 1876 World's Fair in Philadelphia, the U.S. Centennial Expo. So, I mean, it was really a cool thing. A lot of cool pieces in there. And I took it to Long Beach. I took it to the Long Beach show. Had it in a case pretty much almost by itself on display. I had a lot of people looking at it and thought I could maybe sell it as is to some collector because it's cool. But nobody even asked how much we were selling it for. No one really seemed to... It didn't get the interest I thought it would get. So I decided, heck with it. It's going to be would be really hard to sell as is anyway. Let's break it all apart, which I've done now. And we're going to sell the coins one by one in our auction. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. So all those coins have now been put into 2x2 holders. And they're available. They're available. And we're going to start them all at $1 each, just for the heck of it. Silent Silver, good to see you too at the show. Absolutely. Got another one coming up at the end of September already. It's coming up quick because August starts in a couple days. Isn't that crazy? Did I dip all the tone coins? No tone coins. No tone coins. Live coin Q&A, you need that? Well, the frame is still available. I still got the frame before I throw it into the dumpster probably this weekend. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with this frame with no coins in it. But, and the guy, I'm guessing whoever put this together might have either been losing his eyesight a little bit or just wasn't that careful, because some of the little tags that were under the coins with the information, some of them had the wrong dates, some of them had a little bit of wrong information. It was just, I don't know. So I had to go through them, and I made sure I got the right stuff on our auction catalog. So again, I guess we'll just start going through the coins. Well, we'll start going through the coins. Right here, we got the first few coins from that frame, and the first one here. This is item number 1. Item number 1, and let me get this out of our way. I had that big picture up on my screen blocking everything. Item number 1 is a Spanish silver 1 real from Ferdinand and Isabella, 1474 through 1504 is when this was made, just about. They're not dated, but that's when it was made. And I believe I got the information on this correct when I looked at it. I believe this one was done from the Seville Mint, Seville, Spain. And if you read the letters, that does say Ferdinand over there, and then on the other side here, it's Elizabeth, or Elizabeth. So that's Ferdinand and Isabel. So this was a coin struck possibly right at the time Christopher Columbus, was asking Ferdinand and Isabella for some money and some ships. Pretty cool piece. And this one's it's got a lot of detail. And there we go. If you guys have any questions on it, let me know. Sorry that I put them in the flips and they're reflecting a little bit of light on the plastic, but if it becomes too troublesome, we can always pop them out of the 2x2s and put them in 2x2s again. Now I got it upside down. Hey Roseanne, how you doing? Hello Aaron, how are you? Zilla, good to see you. So that there is going to be the first lot. And I did not put estimated values on these because there's a lot of value range there. I mean, you look these up, you can look them up all over the place. Some of them go for, $7,500. Some of them go for a lot more. I mean, I don't know. Starting everything at $1. That's what we're doing. This one here is lot number 2 in the sale. This is a 1582 Elizabeth I, Great Britain 3p. And I did make sure this is the 3p. I mean, and I weighed it, and it checks out. So I believe that's all correct. There is Elizabeth I, and then the rose behind her. I believe that's the rose. It's in rough condition. It's probably been cleaned at one point. But even then, if you look up the values of these, it's probably something that's at least $50, maybe more. Probably more. There's the date. That is a fifth. The date is, here, I'll point it out. Right up here above the shield. It's hard to read. It's 1582. That's a 2 there. Now, the person that had the coin in the frame, they thought that was a 4, but I think it's definitely not a 4 because they didn't make one of these in 1584. 1582 was the last year. It's an 82, and then I think there's either some damage or wear along with the number, but 1582. Silver 3 pence from Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I. All right. Again, if you guys have questions on this coin or any of the others that we do show, stop me and we can take a look. You think you have some replicas of that one, Zilla? Nice. This one here is lot number 3, 1661 Spanish copper, 16 Maravedis. And this is KM number 153.1. I give you the KM number on that one because there was also a 1661 of a different design. This is, I want to make sure when you look this up, you're getting the right one. This coin has a slight bend to it, slightly bent, but 1661. And this is Philip IV. And then if we go to the reverse, you got the crown and the shield. You got a what is it, 16 right there. You got the Y right there to help you identify which one we're looking at. Old Spanish copper coin, 1661. 1661. It's got a couple light scratches there, a little bit of wear on the high point that's a little brighter than the rest of it. So maybe it's more fresh wear, I don't know. But there's the date right there at the top. 1661. How much weight on the silver coin? The one just before? This one here, lot number 2, the Spanish 3 pence. I weighed it out and it weighed 1.2 grams. When you look up an English 3 pence from that era, it should weigh 1.4 grams. So I'm comfortable with that because this one is pretty worn down. It should have lost some of its weight. It's within the range, I think, that I'm not worried about it, and that I'm confident it's a 3 pence, because there was also a 1.5 pence. There's also a half groat, which is a 2 pence. There's also a groat, which is a 4 pence. There's a whole bunch of different silver coins of Elizabeth I that are close in size, but it checks out to be a 3 pence, in my opinion. So. Next up would be lot number 4 in the sale. Lot number 4. This one is a 1616 or 1617. It's undated, but I think it's either one of those 2 years based on others I looked up. And this is a Bolivia 1 real, Spanish colony, Bolivia, silver cob from the Potosi events. And we'll take a look at that. You got the P right there. That's Potosi for Bolivia. Well, I think it actually means Peru. I don't know. Is it Peru or Bolivia? I think it's Bolivia. When I looked it up, it was Bolivia. There's M, that's the assayer. And I think that's either an I over there. Not really sure. But anyway, these are hard to identify, but I got that figured out also with what was on the frame when we bought this. But it's old Spanish silver. Old silver cob. Pretty cool piece. And these, when you look them up, of course, prices are all over the place. But I give you the information. You can go to eBay, you can go to other dealer websites and compare. And ones with a lot less detail going for $50 to $100. Ones that are amazing and attributed to various shipwrecks. A lot of these came from the Atocha shipwreck. This one might have too. I don't know. It's possible. But I don't have that information and could never really prove it now. But some of those go for quite a bit more, but pretty cool. There's lot number 4. You got a few old Spanish coins, but not that old. You're thinking old is around 1600s and 1700s, Monkey says. Nice. Nice. You got a 2 real. It's probably your oldest, a Zilla. Well, this next one here is a really nice condition. 1617 French 4 sols. And this one has a ton of detail to it. Nice old French coin. Probably a high VF or XF details. Tons of detail on this one. You see right there at the top, 1676. Just split on either side of the crown there. 16 and your 76. That's bugging me. I got to sharpen my pencil, you guys. I got to have a nice point for you guys here. How about this? Let's sharpen that pencil with my old school pencil sharpener here. Oh, there we go. There we go. 1676. Really nice piece. You guys can go ahead and look these up if you're interested in it. Figure out what the price is going to be on these. Again, I'm starting everything at $1. Probably taking a little bit of a risk there, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm counting on you guys to figure it out and get it to the right price. Hope I don't regret that. 1676 French. After that, we got some Spanish 8 reals. Mexican, well, Spanish colony, Mexico. This first one's a really nice. I mean, it's been cleaned. Most of these probably have been at some point. Not too bad, though. I mean, it's a nice coin. 1796. 1796. Oh, gotta go this way. And we'll show the detail here. Tons of detail on this. Let's go take a look at this one. So this is a 1796 Mexican 8 reals. There's the right button. There's the date, 1796. Carlos IV, Charles IV. This is pretty nice condition. Again, it's a little too shiny to be totally original surfaces. So if you send this to get graded, it would come back in a details holder, but it's got tons of detail. There's the Mexican mint mark, Mexico mint mark. A little bit of damage there on the Rex, REX. FM is the assayer's initials. Lots of good detail on this one. Got the pillars, the shield, crown. Does that mean clean? I think this has been cleaned, yeah. Now, here, I'll show you this on the other screen here. Yeah, I think it's just too... It just has the look of being clean to me. But I wouldn't say it's harshly cleaned, and I wouldn't say it's polished. It's just, you know, got a cleaning. That's just my opinion. That's what it looks like. Could be wrong, but that is lot number 6. Lot 7 and 8, we'll show these one after another, of course. These, I believe, on the frame that I showed you in the beginning where I got these are listed as coming from the El Cazador shipwreck. These definitely have saltwater damage, but I can't verify and I can't guarantee they actually came from that specific shipwreck because all we have here is the coins. This is all we have. So I can't 100% guarantee that, but I believe that's true. I've seen dozens and dozens of coins from that shipwreck. They often look like this. Pretty, got tons of saltwater damage, but I weighed them, you know, I put magnets to them. I believe they're real. They look good. They look just like all the others I've had. But so this first one here is, and we'll show them under the microscope so you can just see the saltwater damage. And some of these actually, when you can get them attributed by NGC, they'll grade them. Then they go for more than nicer looking ones. There's the date at the bottom, 1782. Yeah, I'm not sure, Zilla. I'm not sure. 1782 on that. And then when you look at the reverse, you still get lots of detail, but you can just see the surfaces behind the detail. It's just pitted, corroded from being under the ocean for a couple hundred years. The FF, a Sayers mark. Mexican City mint mark, the M with the O over it. So that one there was the 1782. That's going to be lot number 7. Lot number 8, going to look very similar. That one's a 1783. You can see the 3 there. 1783. Obverse, pretty rough shape. Reverse on this one's pretty rough as well. The reverse on the other one is a lot more detail. But this still has the detail you need to identify it. Anyway, hope that gets you what you want to see there. Again, that is lot 7, lot 8 right there. Probably got a little museum in his safe. Safety deposit box at the bank, maybe. There's some good stuff, but no, you don't want to keep too much at your house for sure, even if you got a safe. Next up is lot number 9. Lot number 9. This one has a lot of detail to it. This one is the 1775 Spanish Four Maravedis. And let's take a look. Little copper coin there. Charles III. Got the big 4 in the field there for the denomination. 1775 date right there. Again, we're just going through these in order. Follow along, ! doc, DOC, if you need a copy of the Google document we're looking at. And if you have questions on any of the lots in particular, or you want to see anything up close, just shout. It goes this way. Tons of detail here left on this one. A little crusty though, there's some dirt in there. But I think it's pretty original. I don't see any major issues or anything that I would worry about on this one. Hello, catfish. And 1775 Spanish copper. That's lot number 9. Lot number 9. What comes after 9? Lot number 10. Lot number 10, a 1799 British halfpenny. This one's got circulation wear. George III. The other side, we got Britannia, 1799. A little bit of dirt and gunk around the edge and around the date. But nice big British copper. Plenty of little marks and nicks in the field, a couple light scratches, but I don't see anything too offensive. Farmer John says, Soho Mint. How you doing, John? Hope you're doing well. We need you in 2 lots. 2 lots from now, there's one I need your help with, probably, John. Next up is going to be lot number 11. This is 1758 British shilling. 1758 British shilling. And this is a George II piece. Believe it or not, that's George III's father. Lots of detail on this one. Pretty good looking coin. Pretty good looking coin, if I do say so myself. There's the date right up top, around the sides of the crown, 1758. Tons of detail. That there is lot number 11 for Saturday. This one here, lot number 12, 1797 dated British guinea. It's not a real gold guinea though, it's a brass token featuring George III, and on the reverse it says, "In memory of the good old days." I believe this is some kind of a game counter or something like that. So it's not a real shilling, but there it is, George III. I believe it's brass. On the other side here, 1797 at the bottom there, in memory of the good old days. Nice little British guinea token. And we're starting everything at $1, so go ahead, you can take the time to look these up, figure out what they're worth, and so you can submit. And if you know you can't be there on Saturday, you can go ahead and submit proxy bids, and we'll bid for you. Guinea token, thanks, John. Next up are a couple of fun ones. Lot number 13. This is a Great Britain fourpence, also known as a groat, from 1776. All the world coins dated 1776 sell for quite a bit and are pretty darn popular, at least here in the United States. George III, especially something from Great Britain. I don't know. I think most American collectors like to have a British coin from 1776, don't they? Well, there's one right here. 1776 fourpence. A groat. Little weak in the center. A little weak in the center there on the 4, but it's a good looking piece. Good looking piece. How you doing, Steve Woods? 1776. Also from 1776 is lot number 14. And this is Spanish $4. Big chunky silver coin. And really cool looking too. There's Charles III, 1776. Couple hits there in the field. You can see that there. A couple little punch marks. And there's the crown. Got the Madrid mark, the M with the crown. $4. Lots of detail in this one. Good looking coin. And 1776. That is going to be lot number 14. Lot number 14. What's up? Next we got a bunch of U.S. coins from 1876. Starting with this one right here, lot number 15. This one's in great shape too. Starting with a 1876 Indian head cent. Amy says, Nightbot looking for a better microscope that shows black and white or color. Got any with high resolution? Well, Amy, the microscope I'm using right here, I don't know if you're interested in this one here, with this extreme close-up we're looking at. I mean, just to show you what it can do, we can, well, I got a stand that makes this a little easier, but we can zoom in. Yeah, we can focus. We can zoom in even more. And focus again. It's got a microscope light on it that I never use, but if I turn that light on, you can see different stuff. And Amy, if you go right to this link right here, I don't know how much they're selling them for today. The price always jumps around. But that right there is my Amazon page, and when that link comes up from Nightbot, I'll take a look at that with you. Let's see, if we go to this link, okay, we go to that link, you scroll down to imaging and streaming equipment. There's two categories, coin supplies and imaging and streaming equipment. If you go to my imaging and streaming equipment, one of the choices there is the pluggable, it looks like it's the 9th thing listed. Pluggable USB digital microscope with the flexible attachment, $39.95 free shipping if you got Prime. Right next to that is the aluminum stand that I use for that microscope, because that little flexible thing with the suction cup absolutely sucks, especially for zooming in and zooming out real quick. So if you combine the microscope with that aluminum stand, that's what I got, and I really do like it, because now I can zoom right back out pretty quick. If you had the flexible, I can zoom way out, focus real quick, it stays pretty stable. If you had I can turn the microscope light right back off. If you had that flexible thing, you wouldn't be able to do it like that. You wouldn't be able to do it like that. And I'm going to focus a little nicer than that. So the aluminum stand makes it work a ton better. And if it comes with software, there's a button. It's like on the back, on the top of the microscope, that you can take pictures with it. And I don't know. It's not the best microscope, but it's cheap enough. If you want to spend a couple $100 on a microscope, you can get a better one, ones that have screens built right into them, so you don't even have to attach them to the computer. All right. It's your birth date. What do you mean, Aaron? 1876? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? Anyway, here's lot number 15. Lot number 15. And remember, if you buy anything from my Amazon link there, even if you just click on my link and you're not buying things on my list, and you just buy anything else on Amazon. So anytime you buy stuff on Amazon, click on my Amazon link, then type in the top whatever you want to buy, go buy it. I get a little bit of a referral fee from Amazon. You pay nothing extra, and it's a way you can support your favorite YouTube channels. I don't see what you buy. Actually, I do see what you buy. I don't see who buys it, but I'll see on my list, like if Amy goes and buys a microscope, it'll say, oh, look, somebody bought a microscope, and I got 83 cents commission or whatever they give me, whatever it is for that. But it won't tell me that Amy's the one that bought it, so you're still got some privacy. So don't worry about it. And it costs you nothing extra. So whether you're supporting me, which is, I'm hopeful, I think no matter who you want to support, you should be supporting somebody. I know that American Numismatic Association has an Amazon link. There's a lot of charities that do. Before you buy anything on Amazon, you should be clicking somebody's referral link, because it costs you nothing extra, and it gives them a few extra bucks. Amazon's got enough money. I think they can spare a couple bucks, don't we think? Anyway, here's the 1876 Indian cent. You got full Liberty there, lots of detail in the feathers, not too much ribbon detail. So it's in the high VF, low XF range. Reverse, you got all the shield detail, you got a lot of detail in the oak wreath. Nice centennial year, 1876. You would like it on the computer more. Yeah, the computer, especially with the way I have mine, Amy, when I'm not streaming at least, is I've got a second monitor attached to my, because I just use a laptop, and I got a second monitor, and I just have that like full screen, my microscope, and just put coins one after another under the microscope and lean back in my chair, and it's easy. 1876 Indian head cent. In 1876, the U.S. also made this little guy. This is lot number 16, an 1876 3-cent nickel. 3-cent nickel. Yeah, and got plenty of detail, full Liberty on the crown there. Yeah, Amy, and this is one of the only thing that I know on the microscope, this USB pluggable thing that you got to do, is by default, it's not set to the maximum resolution. So I think when you get it, you need to go to the microscope software and change the resolution from the lower resolution up to the higher resolution. I don't know why it's low to begin with, but I think that's about the only thing. You got the scope with the flex arm, and the arm sucks. The mount, Kyle, yeah, right there on my Amazon list. And they change the prices all the time. $20 or so. I think right now it's $21. But again, look, with the aluminum thing, it's just that quick to zoom in on something and then focus. You can't do that with a flexible arm. And it's really, and if I wanted to take this microscope out of the flexible arm, it's real easy. And then I can flip the light on, because sometimes things look different with the microscope light on. But I don't like using the LED lights on the microscope that often. Uh-oh. Now I loosen up my microscope too much by messing with this. I gotta tighten this up there. There we go. Alright, I should stop touching it. There we go. Perfect. 1876, 3-cent nickel. We'll show the other side. Just a 1, 2, 3 on the reverse. Yeah, the suction cup always pops off, and then your whole microscope falls straight down, and it just sucks. It'd be good if you were just looking at 1 or 2 coins, and then you put it back away or something. But yeah, if you're using it a lot, especially if you're ever streaming with it, you want something like that aluminum stand for sure. All right. But, Amy, sometimes, like when you're really zoomed in, it's hard because the microscope gets almost touching the coin. The LED, you can't get other light to the coin. So the LED light is helpful to have when you're looking super close, like at a variety. But I like this because right here I got another light right above my coin. I can move this light around, and I just hit my camera stand there. But doesn't really make that much difference on a circulated coin like this, but if I have a nice high mint state coin, then rotating that light around like that is cool. Also in 1876, we have another nickel. 2 nickels in 1876. One's a 3-cent nickel. This one here is a 5-cent nickel, the shield nickel. And this is going to be lot number 17. Lot number 17. 1876 shield nickel. There's the obverse. Looks like there's some die cracking. Maybe even a die break there around the top of the shield. I don't know. Something going on up here. Doesn't really look like a clash mark, does it? Well, let's see what's on the other side there. Probably not. There's the reverse. Exclamation point GAW, Kyle, if you need the monthly free coin giveaway link. Only a couple days left to get in. Nice 5-cent nickel. Shield nickel. 1876. 1876. Again, everything's going to start at $1 on Saturday, so get those proxy bids into me so I really don't have to sell any of these for $1. Or be there at the auction. Or both. You don't want to know. If you don't want people to know that it's you bidding, send me a proxy bid. They won't know until you're done bidding, until the item's won, I guess. Next up's lot number 18. 1876 seated dime. 1876S. 1876 San Francisco. Seated dime. Got some detail. You can even see the kernels of corn there on the right-hand side. What time is the auction? I got it set to start at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. It says right at the top of the Google document there. Well, yeah, I mean, you see full liberty in the shield, lots of the folds of the drapery, even some detail in the head. Lots of detail. Lot number 18, that is. This is one of the bigger value coins in the sale. Lot number 19. The 1876 20-cent piece, and this is a nice one. Most people, when they get a 20-cent piece for their typeset, it's an 1875S. That's the higher vintage year by far. By far. Let me just open up the red book. I'll tell you guys the mintages of these. 20-cent piece, the 1875S, they made 1,155,000. 1876, 14,750. It's about a 100-fold difference in the rarity there. 14,750 is the mintage. My old version of the red book here says that a good 4 is worth $235, a fine 12's worth $350, and an XF's worth $500. So this one's got a lot of meat left on it. Steve wants to buy it now for $25. I'd buy it now for $250 or more, easy. But anyway, it's going to start at $1, Steve. So if that's your proxy bid, I guess I got our first proxy bid. 1876. This has got a lot of detail. Looks like there's something going on under the word United States. I don't know if that's just a discoloration or if that's a scratch. Let me look at that under my loop. Let me look at that under my loop just to make sure. I think that's just a die crack. I'm almost certain that's not a scratch and that it's a die crack. Maybe even the start of a little bit of a lamination. Because the crack, it's like a crack that's raised up on the surface. I don't even know if I could zoom in and show you that, but just looking at it in my loop, pretty sure it's a crack. So I don't think that's damage. You do this 2 weeks after you buy your 20-cent piece? Yeah, you could have had a 1876 mintage of only 14,000 and change. Much rarer. And remember, for anybody that doesn't know, these look almost exactly like the seeded quarter, but the edges are smooth. Smooth edge, not a reeded edge. Smooth edge. So if you're ever going through a bunch of seeded quarters, sometimes these can get mixed in there. Of course, they say 20 cents on the reverse, too. That's one way to tell. But if you're just looking at a bunch of the obverses and going through a bunch of them, and one's got a slick rim, there you go. That's lot number 19. Lot number 19. I might have to put a proxy bid on that one because I'm not going to bid on our own coins here. Next up is going to be lot number 20. It's the 1876 S seeded quarter. 1876 S seeded quarter. See you later, Kyle. Yeah, there are other differences in the design, Roseanne, but I have bought bulk lots of seeded quarters. I've done it before. On eBay, I bought where someone just lists, oh, I got 20 seeded quarters, and they show a picture of them, and there's a pile of them, right? I've bought, and I just know based on the subtle differences in the design, like you say, wow, that one's not a quarter, that's a 20-cent piece. And it makes the difference in a value of a junk seeded quarter versus a 20-cent piece. It pays for a lot of the lot. So you can still cherry pick those. 1876 S seeded quarter. Looks like there's a little bit of a cut or a nick, something above the A of quarter there. I'll look at that under my loop in just a second to make sure that's not just a little mark or not something that's just on the surface, but it looks like it's a cut. 1876 seeded quarter. That is lot number 20. Lot number 20. And I'll look at that mark on the reverse real quick and tell you what it is. It is a little indentation in the coin. It almost looks like it's a strike through. I mean, is that possible? I mean, it's possible. Or it's just a really old little scratch. But it's almost like too perfect looking to be like a scratch, like would have more metal like moved up on the sides and stuff. But that is an indentation in the coin right above the A of quarter, which is, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that right there. Is that a little scratch or is that a strike through error? I don't know. I don't know. That is lot number 20, either way. Starting at $1. Lot number 21's next, and we're getting larger and larger here. This is the 1876 S Seeded Liberty $half. Lots of detail on this one. A little dirty, crusty coin. Tons of detail. I'd say XF or so details. Pretty sweet looking eagle, isn't it? Can't get too mad at that, can you? A lot of these coins would look great if anybody's building a typeset. A lot of them would look great in them typeset albums. $1876. Especially, I mean, I just always think it's cool to buy. If you're gonna buy one example, you know, and you can't afford like a key date, which you don't really want a key date in a typeset. A purpose of a typeset album is just to show a good example of that design. But if you're going to do it, I mean, I'd like to have like a 1876, nice centennial year, you know, 100th anniversary of America. Why not? The last one of our 1876s is this one right here. This is an 1876S trade dollar. Trade dollar. This one here, I believe, is lightly cleaned. It's just got that look. But it's got lots of great detail. It's a real trade dollar. How you doing, Y? No other real issues with it that I can see there. $420 grains and 900 fine. There's the S mint mark, and there's the trade dollar. You collect weak to high shading on coins. Okay. Like kind of like that circulation cameo effect that they get when they get. Yeah. Nice trade dollar. If anybody's looking for one of those. 1876S. Lot number 23 is a good one. Look at that shiny purdy. This is the 1926 U.S. Sesquicentennial Commemorative $half. Sesquicentennial meaning 150-year anniversary. Coming up in 2026, we got our semi-quincentennial, meaning half of a quincentennial, which is 500 years, so half of that's a 250. The semi-quincentennial coming up in just a couple of years. Who's ready for it? I'm ready. A lot of cool coins coming up from the mint too that year. Hopefully. Well, they got them already signed into law, but we'll see if they come out with actually nice ones. This one got a little bit of wear to it. I'd call it an AU, even though it's got nice mint luster. AU should have nice mint luster. There's just some wear on Washington's cheek. So that's George Washington, the first president, and Calvin Coolidge, the president that was in office in 1926. Liberty, in God we trust, United States of America. And there is the Liberty Bell. Same designer that put the Liberty Bell on the Franklin half. Same designer of this coin. $half, Sesquicentennial of American Independence. Real nice coin. These are not cheap either. These are not cheap. Well, this one could be. I don't know. It's starting at $1. You guys tell me what it's worth. Look them up and bid accordingly if you need one. Again, great commemorative for your typeset album. Also from the 1926 exposition, the Sesquicentennial Expo in Philadelphia, is this one. The official medal of the World's Fair. Right here. Lot number 24. This is the Sesquicentennial official medal in bronze. It's a so-called dollar in the Hibbler-Captain book. HK 452 is the number when you look them up. Yeah, we got George Washington, Philadelphia, 1926. This medal was struck by the United States Mint. Philadelphia International Exposition, Philadelphia, 1926. You got a little Liberty Bell there at the bottom. And there we go on the reverse. Pretty cool design. I think it's a fun one. Alright, let's see here. Let's just get you the information on this one so we know. What was, did I say this one? HK, what was it? Which one did I say this was? HK 452. Let me look up the information on HK 452 for you. Again, these were struck by the U.S. Mint to commemorate the 150th anniversary of American independence. And the fair in Philadelphia was May 31st through November 30th, 1926. 6.5 million people attended. Let's see. President Coolidge invited foreign nations to attend. 16 different states and 43 foreign nations were represented at the fair. Let's see if it gets any information about the minting or the mintage of these. Doesn't tell me how many of these were made. But they made them in copper, bronze, brass, or in nickel. This one I believe is the bronze. And yeah, it's got Washington on the front. It's got a flying Pegasus, Liberty riding the Pegasus on the reverse. Fun coin. Fun metal, I should say. Fun metal. And that's going to be lot number 24. Lot number 24. It's Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty on the... Well, I'll read the exact description for you there, AG Surfer. The reverse is Liberty with a torch and an upraised left hand and palm branch in her right hand, riding a flying Pegasus towards the right, above the clouds, the torch being held between sun and rays. Incuse at the border near the edge is Albin Polasek, the designer. So, the designer's name's real small towards the edge, I guess. So there you go. And that's what it says in the book. And if you guys want to know, here, I don't know if you guys know this. I guess I just know this. But I'm a professional numismatist. Maybe you guys don't know this. If you ever have interest in so-called dollars, you need the Hibbler-Cappan reference. That's the HK number you see on a so-called dollar. What is a so-called dollar? So-called dollars are coins, or sorry, they're metals and tokens that were made between, I think it's 17, when the mint started, 1792, up through about 1960, that are about the size of a dollar, but they're not actually a $1 coin. So a bunch of metals and stuff made, a lot of them made by the U.S. Mint, a lot of them not made by the U.S. Mint. So you need the Hibbler-Cappan reference. But if you don't have the book, you go right to this link right here. The book is online for free. The whole book. The whole book's online for free. You can see them all, you get all the information. You don't need the book. You don't need the book. And the website also has a spot for new discoveries where they put information that's not even in the book, which is kind of cool. So you don't ever need the book. So you just go to that website, bookmark that. That's on so-called dollars. And if you go to that first page, you'll see that you can look at them on the side by event. So you'll see all the different events that are on these metals, or you can search by number. So if you want to look this one up, you go right to part 1 by number. You'll scroll right down to HK 451 through 458, and you'll see the medals from the U.S. Sesquicentennial Exposition. And bam, there's a picture of the medal and all the information that you need. So there you go. There you go. And last but not least in this auction is going to be lot number 25. This here is an admission ticket to the 1876 World's Fair in Philadelphia, the United States International Exposition, Philadelphia. This is our Centennial Expo, 1876. And this here is called the White Package Ticket. You can see real, I'll show it under a microscope too, you can see real faint in red across it. It's stamped 50 cents. It has a 50-cent price on these, and they're individually numbered. And this admits the bearer to the fair. And on the reverse here, it'll say that. Good for one, admission at the money gates, void after November 10th, 1876. This one's in like real nice condition, real crisp, sharp corners. Real cool piece. And I don't know how much of this I can show under the microscope because there's not much room here, but you can see there's the overlay of 50 cents. Later ones, later versions of this, they actually, right under here, it actually spells out 50 cents in the original printing. I guess they made these and then didn't put the cost on them, and then they stamped over them later for the earlier ones. I think these are earlier issue than later ones where they actually print 50 cents right under where it says package ticket. So again, not sure what these really go for in this kind of condition. Really nice design on them though. What is that? Is that Lady Liberty feeding an eagle? Pretty much. Let's see if we can get close up on that. Sorry, I got no room here under where I got my microscope set up. Not feeding, just holding the sword next to the eagle. I thought you might have been feeding the eagle like a grape or something. I don't know what, or a little fish. Nope, she's just holding She's just holding the sword, that's all. And of course, olive branch in the other hand, you know, you can't, you gotta be peaceful too. Gotta be peaceful too. All right, again, everything's gonna start at $1 each. $1 each. Again, some of these are worth several $100s a piece, so hopefully you guys bid accordingly, and I don't regret starting everything at $1 each. I don't know. I started pricing things out with opening bids, and I don't know. Some of the earlier ones that we've shown, though, there's such a huge range in values on some of these older world coins from the 16th and even 15th century, and didn't even. I mean, I just figured let's just start them all at $1. Roseanne says you did say you take IOUs, right? Well, hello SW, how you doing? Not necessarily an IOU, but I do put coins and items on layaway if necessary. So if you're sitting out there saying, darn, I just spent a whole bunch of money at the Long Beach show, I wish I could, but I really, really, really need that 1776 4 reals. Okay, maybe that's what you really need. And you know that you're going to be able to pay for it in the next few weeks, by next month, or whatever. Email me. Let me know what your proposal, what your plan is, and say, I plan on spending about this much if necessary, or I plan on bidding on this item. Would it be okay if I paid you by, but just let me know in advance. Just let me know in advance, and we'll probably be able to figure it out. I'm sure. I'd rather you get the coin. I don't need the money the day after the sale or anything, but I want you to get it if it's something that, because I know, look, we got auctions every day on YouTube. There's probably a couple of them running right now. They're all selling the same crap all the time. Bunch of silver rounds, bunch of cleaned peace dollars and Morgan dollars. Sometimes nicer stuff, but it's all the same stuff. This stuff doesn't come up every day in a YouTube auction, and I know that. So if there's something you really need, let me know, and let me know when you think you'd be able to pay, and we'd be able to figure it out. I'm okay with that, because if we agree to that, and say Roseanne bids $100 on this and she wins it because she really needs this for her 70/70 album, I keep the coin until I get paid. So I know I'm not going to lose out. The worst case is that Roseanne never pays me, and then I got to auction it again sometime, or I just keep it, so. Where is my email? My email is always in the description of the video, and we can do that there too. What was that noise? Jen just subscribed. Thanks, Jen. My email is mike@kittlecoins.com. And it's also, my email, just so you guys know, is also somewhere up here and over here. Somewhere in this general vicinity is always my email. Somewhere right about here. Okay? That said, does anybody else have any questions about my auction, or about any of these individual items, or need to see anything else under the microscope again? Anybody want to look anything up on any of the world coins? Are you curious about values? Do you want me to look anything up like on NGC Coin for us, or we could do that? Just let me know. Otherwise, probably going to end the stream. We just got to the 1 hour mark, and a lot of you guys are probably thinking, Kittle, don't start showing the values on NGC's coin price guide, because I know how to look that stuff up myself, and I don't want you telling everybody else what the stuff's worth. That's probably what you're thinking. And I'm thinking the opposite. I need to tell everybody what it's really worth so you guys bid on it. All right, the auction is Saturday, July 30th, 2022, starting at approximately 12 p.m., which is 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time, which is also 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern is when I'm planning on starting. We got 25 lots here. Expect the auction to take 2 hours or so to do everything. And from that frame, the original frame we showed, we'll show that again. We can show that again. You guys want to see that again? What we got all this from? Where did I go? Where'd that picture go? Did I already close that picture? I can open it up again. Hold on. We can open this again. One more thing I just gotta show to make sure you guys are all on board. This button right there. From this original frame where I got all this stuff from the collector and that put this together, and from the coin shop that's kept this one intact and sold it to me. Remember, this is frame number 24 of the guy's collection. I don't know what happened to the rest of them. I don't even know what was in them. I would love to have seen it because this was a cool piece and had to get it. From this, there's also these 3 coins. Silver Bicentennial proof set. Those will be giveaways at the end of our auction, or during our auction. I don't know when we'll give them away. We got a proof silver quarter, proof silver $half, and a proof silver Ike dollar. And a 40% silver proof Bicentennial set. These will be giveaway prizes. That one's a little spotty. I'm sure someone will still take it for free, right? You should have had a V8, Amy. You got to subscribe to PCGS. Do you really have to? Why are you going to subscribe to PCGS? What are we talking about? Like, you mean to submit coins, become a Collectors Club member? I mean, if you know you have a bunch of coins you need to submit to PCGS, that's an option. If you just have a couple coins and you know you're not going to be submitting a lot, have you considered NGC? Because I'm not trying to tell you how to do your business here. Because if you're a member of our American Numismatic Association, which is our national coin club, which you should be a member of, everyone should be a member of the National Coin Club. You can go to money.org. And if you need help getting a subscription, let me know. I can help you with that. Or to the ANA. Membership to the ANA. Sorry about that. If you're a member to the ANA, you can submit to NGC without being a member of NGC. You still got to call NGC, tell them, hey, I'm an ANA member. One of my membership privileges is to submit coins to ANA or to NGC. They'll give you an NGC submission account number, and then you can submit to NGC without paying, a couple $100 a year to be a member. So you got a 43 double die, 43 DD. Are you talking about a 43S DDO steel cent FS101? Which is now they call it a 43/42 overdate. It's not even a double die, they say now. I mean, if you have one of those, submit it to PCGS. Just that one coin is going to cost you about $100 on top of your membership. It's going to cost a lot at NGC too, but you don't have to pay for a separate membership. So if all you have is that one coin, Amy, if all you have is that one coin, I don't know. You go with PCGS, it's usually get a better. I agree. In a higher grade, if that thing, whatever coin it is, if it grades like MS67, a PCGS MS67 will go for more than an NGC MS67, all else equal. If it comes back like a 64 or a 65, PCGS ain't going to get you any more money. It'll be the same price. At the very high end of the grading scale, PCGS does get more because of the set registry rules. And that's the way they, the market views their grading. But yeah, if it's not a super high grade, I'd send it to ANAX, to be honest with you. I'd send it to ANAX because you can get that thing without paying for a membership. You can get that into an ANAX holder for under $50, including all the shipping and everything. So, there you go. You had the Q&A live. Well, cool. Well, good luck with that. If you need any help or if you got any questions with that, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, anybody else have any questions about any of the items in this sale or any of our auction rules? Again, if you know that you want to bid on something right now and you already know, Kittle, I'm going to pay at least $300 for that 1876 20-cent piece because I know it's worth that, probably more than that. But you can't be here on Saturday. You can go ahead and email me, say proxy bid, lot number 19, the 20-cent piece, $300 is my max. Now, when the auction starts on Saturday, I'll still say the opening bid is $1, but I already have a proxy bid for $1. So I would be there just as if you were there. Now, if I get two proxy bids, one for $200 and one for $300, I'd open it at $205 for the higher proxy bid because I'd have to do like a bid above the second highest. But so I'm not going to go ahead and just reveal everybody's max bid and take advantage of that. And you got to trust me a little bit, but I'm trying to be fair to everybody, and I want you to be able to bid on stuff if you're not there. I know, Aaron. I know you're serious, but that's not going to be fair to everybody else if I just say yes, even though I'm tempted. You want to see it again, Aaron? Sounds like you're serious about the coin, but I think we should just do the sale. Aaron knows how to proxy bid. You might get it cheaper than that, Aaron. I don't know who's going to show up. right? Who's going to show up? 1876 20-cent piece. This is lot number 19. Roseanne's either going to enjoy the auction or spend most of it crying into your laptop. I might be crying halfway through the auction if the older world coins don't sell very well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There you go. Low mintage. What was it? 14,000 and change? All right, guys. Life's not fair. I don't give a crap. Aaron's like PayPal sent. Now you got to make the decision, Kittle. No. All right. Thanks again, everybody. If you guys have any other questions on this before our auction on Saturday, feel free to email me that too. But hopefully I see some proxy bids come in by email by 11 a.m. on Saturday, July 30th. And we'll start the auction right about noon. All right. Hey, Don Barry, how you doing? Don, you got a bid on some of these. There's some nice ones here. A lot of nice ones. Hopefully you've been lurking the whole time and you've seen the preview. If not, go back and watch the preview and let me know if you're interested on any. You could get it cheaper, but you just want it now. I know, Aaron. I know. I don't know. Aaron, if you want to buy everything, and a buy it now number, I'd consider it. But, yeah. What game will I play tonight? On the gaming channel, Mikey? I don't know yet. I haven't really thought about that. Not too much. I thought maybe I'll play some Kerbal Space Program later tonight. Maybe. That sounds good, Don. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Everybody, by the way, Don Barry, I don't know if you guys know, Don Barry and SoCal Box Breaks are the same person. Can you believe it? Just like Michael Kittle Rare Coins and Kittle Got Game are the same person. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Well, SoCal Box Breaks right there has a channel. If you're not yet subscribed to them, I insist that you click on that and subscribe to him. Every week he does a silver score from the coin shop video where he shows 4, 5, 6 different silver coins that he got at the coin shop. Usually they're old, bars or old ounces or just cool stuff that you don't see anywhere else on YouTube, I guarantee it. And they're for sale. He doesn't ever tell us the prices like he tells us he's going to in the description of his videos. But if you're interested in anything, believe me, it's going to be a fair price. He's a good guy. And he needs more subscribers and more watch time anyway. So, and if you're interested in baseball cards and football cards and even women's basketball cards, he opens up baseball and sports cards all the time too. So make sure you go subscribe to him. Seriously, you get some, I've gotten a couple things out of his silver scores too, and way cheaper. I could buy this everything in his silver score that he posts each week, and then put it in my auction here, and I could probably double my money. So don't make me do that. You guys go check it out, and you guys get the deals, okay? And then last but not least, I think we'll end it with this. Just as a reminder, we have a monthly free coin giveaway. This here is our prize for July, the 2019 Apollo 11 50th anniversary commemorative silver 5-ounce coin. Boom, right there. You can win this coin for absolutely free. All you got to do is go to my comment video and leave a comment. There's also opportunities for shout-out prizes. Watch the video if you're interested in that. We're picking the winner on, Monday? August 1st, whenever August 1st is. That's when we're picking the winner. And then we'll start another free giveaway right after that for August. I don't know what the prize for August is going to be yet. I'll have to come up with something. But there it is. Get in it to win it. This coin actually won 2019 Coin of the Year for the entire world. Bam. Pow. The world. Pretty cool. Certificate of authenticity. Box. Outer box. Bam. Right there. Thanks again, everybody. And if you guys have any other questions or anything, we'll see you in the emails. Otherwise, I will see you guys all on Saturday for the auction. Thanks again, everybody. And again, email me them proxy bids if you know you can't be there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Good evening.